Something you might not notice is that Among Us, in fact, is a sci-fi horror, where a sentient and intelligent parasite entity has infiltrated a spaceship, having unclear and convoluted intentions. Hi folks, I'm R, your narrator. In this video, we'll go over the possible story of Among Us and theories that might explain the inconsistencies and the unknowns. Therefore, be aware that some might find those elements as spoilers. With that in mind, let's begin. Several astronauts thought to be human are stranded in deep space in their spaceship called the Skeld, with a parasitic shape-shifting alien who has infiltrated their ship, taking the shape of one of their crewmates. Their goal is to complete their tasks and resolve the sabotages caused by the alien and get back to Earth in one piece, while the alien seems to want to kill every last one of them. The story of Among Us is ambiguous and left to interpretation, with many theories already circulating. However, there are several canon elements which provide the foundation of a potential story. According to Innersloth's official website, the devs behind Among Us, several remaining astronauts are stranded in an open space in their spaceship called the Skeld. The astronauts intend to go back to civilization, that being the planet Earth, but they have to fix several issues with the spaceship, which are thought to be sabotages caused by an alien shape-shifting parasitic entity. This parasite is thought to be among the astronauts, taking the shape of one of their crewmates. The crewmates are unsure of who the shape-shifting parasite has taken the shape of, hence why they cannot go around and blame anyone just on a whim, as doing so would cause hysteria and panic, leading to chaos, with everyone fighting each other and eventually lead them to kill themselves, something that the parasitic entity desires. The intentions of this parasite are not very clear, and its origins are even more ambiguous. But several theories are that this entity might have originated from the planet Polus, a planet that these astronauts have a base in. The parasite not only is capable of taking the shape of an astronaut, but it can perfectly mimic their actions, and can adapt to their personality, and take advantage of their fears and mental state. It can cause suspicion among the astronauts, and lead them to insanity, to the point of them accusing each other of being the imposter parasite, and eject themselves out of the airlock. The entity is also very smart and can lie without raising any suspicions. It's very quick and can travel through small air vents, which are impossible for the real crewmates to go through. This provides an advantage to the alien parasite to quickly kill a crewmate and travel to a completely different area to not raise any suspicion. The real power of the parasite is not its strength and ability to take on all the crewmates at once, but it is its ability to deceive them into thinking other crewmates have done it, and also its stealth. Nonetheless, the parasite is very efficient in stealthily killing its prey, as it can quickly escape the scene and blame it on others. It has the ability to mimic the astronaut's biological shape, but in reality, its mouth opens inhumanely wide in the upper middle of its presumable torso, with sharp teeth lining it, providing it with the ability to cut and chew. And it also has a piercing sharp tongue, which impales its victims for a quick kill, so it doesn't have to struggle much eating its victims. Therefore, based on its biological system, or what is seen at least, it's possible one of the intentions of the parasite is to consume the crewmates, but for it to do so, it needs to first bring them to submission, as it cannot face many crewmates at once. That's why the Parasite wins when there's an equal number of crewmates at the end. For example, when there's only one Parasite, there must be only one crewmate left alive as well for it to succeed. In other words, the Parasite can easily face off one crewmate at a time. The Parasite cannot complete the remaining tasks and instead pretends to be doing them to blend in better and deceive them. The Parasite instead can sabotage the spaceship to keep the crewmates stranded, giving itself more time to consume them, as eventually the crewmates' resources will deplete and they will succumb to submission. The crewmates, on the other hand, seem to intend to go back to Earth from a space journey, maybe from one of their bases on an alien planet, or even a newly discovered planet that they might intend to build a base on. The crewmates already have a base in an alien Arctic planet called Polus, which is suggestive that the organization that sent the astronauts to space has the intention of space exploration and creating bases in different planets, possibly for gathering resources or even colonization. They encounter some turbulence on their way home, with the spaceship seemingly sabotaged. After a murder or several in the spaceship, they realize that someone in their crew isn't who they say they are. They assume that the imposter is a parasitic entity, taking the shape of one or several of their crew members. Coming to this conclusion might have originated from the previous knowledge that this parasitic entity exists, suggesting that the crewmates discovered this alien entity in their journey, whether by stumbling upon it in their latest space travel or discovering it from before. But it seems that they are sure whoever committed the murders of their crew members is an alien shape-shifting parasite. Despite having this knowledge, their main priority seems to be getting back to Earth, rather than containing this parasite. It seems as if the crewmates are in a state of extreme fear and panic, with their objective being to get back to Earth. After each murder, or whenever any crew member decides, they can have a group meeting to discuss among themselves who the most suspect person is, to eject them out of the spaceship. This, however, doesn't seem to be the most efficient way to find the alien, as it's very efficient in deceiving others, hiding, fast traveling, and being convincing. The crew members ejecting each other out of the spaceship only makes it easier for the imposter to take over their spaceship and get rid of them one by one. The main intention of the parasite seems to be survival and consumption, but it's also very intelligent, maybe even more than the humans. Knowing that going to Earth means more meat for consumption and better opportunity for spreading and survival, as Earth will be full of life than the spaceship with a few crewmates. That's why the alien doesn't seem to care much when the potential food, which are the crewmates, get ejected from the spaceship. In reality, it seems to want to get to Earth. Back on Earth, the astronauts are in Mira headquarters, which is on a skyscraper on the floor number 111. Just like the spaceship, the astronauts are targeted by an imposter. The imposter here seems to want to get rid of all of the crewmates and possibly leave the highly secured headquarters. The crewmates need to complete the tasks or successfully eject the imposter to win. Ejecting the imposter unarguably should be the highest priority here, but the crewmates only seem to focus on doing the tasks. This might suggest that the parasite is securely contained within the headquarters and cannot leave, hence why the crewmates are not too bothered with destroying it, and even doing the task gives them a win. There's a theory that the crewmates are sent to the headquarters with the parasite among them as the means of training. Maybe this parasite is securely contained with no chances of it getting out, hence why the testing or training grounds are in a skyscraper far from the civilization. Maybe the species of this parasite is abundant in space and has attacked several crewmates in different journeys before. Therefore, the Mira organization has taken the initiative to train and prepare its current and future astronauts. The next map is in Polus planet, an Arctic planet which Mira has a base on. Just like before, the astronauts have been infiltrated by an alien, now clear to be a recurring incident, which the astronauts, with previous training, should be prepared to face and get rid of. New technology provided helps the astronauts to identify the alien more efficiently as well, such as the installation of CCTVs and vitals monitor. And finally, in the next map, they're placed in an airship, yet again infiltrated by the same type of parasitic alien, possibly showing how the airship is yet another training ground for new recruits to be sent to space. Another theory is that the crewmates that are sent to space and are trained in different testing grounds, which might be facing a high risk of being infiltrated, are in fact some sort of clone or high-functioning biologically lab-synthesized creatures, which are used and tested on. They resemble humans in many aspects, such as having vital signs, such as a heart rate, they consume food, they breathe oxygen, they bleed and can die, and they can communicate just like humans. But one aspect that has got many people thinking is their abnormally short heights. They are only 3 feet and 6 inches, making them significantly shorter than an average human being, who tend to be 5 feet 7 inches for men and 5 feet 2 inches for women. Although this can simply be an element for gameplay, many have created theories surrounding this aspect, as after all, if everything else is normal with them, why wouldn't they have average heights? These entities might be synthesized or cloned in labs for several reasons. They can consume and use much less resources, suitable for longer space journeys. They also might not benefit from the same human rights, hence why they are used in dangerous space travels and trainings, and many more, if the premise of the story is taking place in the future. That's about it for this video, folks. What other theories do you have for the story to explain the inconsistencies better? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for more by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell. As always, it's been your host Star. Till the next video, have a fantastic day.